Hello, everyone. It is April 8th, Friday. I hope you're getting ready for the weekend. We've got a teeny tiny little bit of news. Most of it is from yesterday in regards to the remake of Max Payne and Max Payne 2. A couple things going on with Activision Blizzard, some Lego news, a little Overwatch news. We got some stuff. Let's go ahead and get into it right now. We will begin with some Activision Blizzard news. And it's, I would say good news, mostly. There is a catch to all of it. But yesterday, on Thursday, Activision Blizzard told staff that 1,100 quality assurance, aka QA testers, which is the number of temp and contract QA testers in total, will be one, converted from contract to full time, and two, bumped up to at least $20 an hour. This is obviously a big win for the QA testers over there in the wake of several different worker revolts, as well as the burgeoning union effort. There is a catch, though. Activision will not be giving raises to Raven QA testers who are unionizing because of, quote, our legal obligations under the National Labor Relations Act, according to an email that was sent to Bloomberg News via Activision Blizzard. So a little bit of a win, but also a little bit of a come on type deal. You can read more on that ongoing story, as I'm sure there will be another bit of it later today over at Bloomberg.com. It is a legit legal thing, but it's also just like one of those things. It's like, fuck. Like they legally can't. Yeah, they can't. They're not allowed to touch their pay. But, the Blizzard folk are probably like, sorry. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, Lego and Epic are teaming up to build a space for kids to play and create in the metaverse. According to a post on epicgames.com via their news, the two companies will team up to build an immersive, inspiring, and engaging digital experience for kids of all ages to enjoy together. Basically, they're saying, hey, we're going to make Roblox 2.0 is what they're going for. So we'll see how that goes and see how that comes across. Hopefully it works out for them. Roblox has a lot of things wrong with it. And you can go and do your own research there. But holy shit, it's insanity. Or the kids could just go outside. I don't know though. I don't know. And more gaming focused news. Remedy announced on April 6th that they are going to be remaking Max Payne and Max Payne 2, the fall of Max Payne for PS5, Series X and S, and PC in agreement with Rockstar Games. The games will be developed in Remedy's proprietary Northlight engine, which is what Control and Quantum Break were made in. The full announcement comes from a Twitter post and, of course, their investors.remedygames.com says, we are pleased to announce that we will remake the iconic Max Payne and Max Payne 2, the fall of Max Payne, in a new development agreement with Rockstar Games. Cool. Great. Remedy's also doing a brand new Alan Wake. So they're kind of in the process of going back and revisiting, what people know from them. I think Control really started to help them with the cash flow. And it seems like they can go back and make those games better. Great. Sure. A lot of people loved Max Payne. They made a movie about Max Payne. I think it stars Mark Wahlberg. I never saw it. Can't give you any critiques on it. I know it exists though. There's a new update for Overwatch, which has a very subtle change to 2 skins for Zarya, which is Overwatch's Russian soldier. Blizzard has apparently removed the letter Z from Zarya's Arctic and Siberian Front skins, which seems to be a reaction to the letter's mutation into a symbol of Russian nationalism. The single letter, which some have referred to as the swastika, I think on social media, has come to, quote, stand for devotion to the state, murderous rage, and unchecked power, which was in an article on The New Yorker regarding Russia's attack on Ukraine. Blizzard did not announce the change to Zarya's pair of legendary skins in the patch notes for Tuesday's update. Seems like they didn't want to make a big deal of it. They just went ahead and did it. That's probably the best way to handle that, I would say. Polygon has the full article if you want to read more. And it seems like a pretty, worthwhile change, I would say. Blizzard's been making a lot of that stuff. Although I think they were pretty big on announcing that they were doing it in the past. This seems to be kind of flying under the radar and how they should approach a lot of that stuff. Square Enix has filed a trademark for Tactics Ogre Reborn in Japan on March 31st that was then made public yesterday on April 7th. A new entry in the Ogre Battle series has not been officially announced by Square Enix, but a Tactics Ogre remaster appeared in a database of games data mined through the NVIDIA GeForce Now service a while back. Jamatsu.com. Am I pronouncing that right? Is it Gamatsu? Jamatsu? I think it's Gamatsu.com. I've known that website for the longest time, and I've always gone back and forth. Jamatsu? Ja as in game. So that's Gamatsu. Thank you, chat, for saying bless. Let's go with Gamatsu.com. Bandai Namco has announced that Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation 2, or MSGBOT, no one's going to call it that, is coming to PC via Steam soon. Via a Twitter announcement, it says, greeting pilots, we're announcing that the Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation 2 will soon launch on Steam. Be ready to experience the excitement directly on your PC. We'll also be hosting network tests before the official launch. Gonna be real honest, I think that game is dead on arrival. Speaking of dead games, Halo Infinite Season 2 has been announced. It's entitled Lone Wolves. There's a 26-second teaser trailer. This will be a part of trailer time, most likely next Tuesday. It will include new maps, I think 2 in total, new modes, I don't know the information on that, and of course, a new battle pass and new limited time events and microtransactions. It's coming out not in April, on May 3rd. Halo Infinite just can't get a win. They're just, they're just having a tough time. Star Trek Prodigy, Supernova, has been announced for PC, Xbox, PS4, and 5, as well as the Switch. We'll have more details in May. This came from a tweet, and it is as follows. The first big hashtag Star Trek Chai surprise is out. I don't know what that is. Star Trek Prodigy Supernova is a new game coming to the platforms I just read from Outright Games. More details said to arrive in May. Cool. A little bit more random news here. We've got Tomb Raider writer Rhianna Pratchett is wanting Lara Croft to have fewer father issues in the forthcoming next game that was recently announced. Speaking to Eurogamer at last night's British Academy Film Awards, aka BAFTA, Pratchett confirms she's not working on the newly announced title, but is, quote, very excited to see what they do with Lara next. We had a really fun time evolving her character, so I would like to see probably less father issues, she said, and that's coming from me. We'll see what happens. Eurogamer also sat down with members of the Guardians of the Galaxy team to discuss the game. It was a pretty lengthy interview. You can read it in full over at Eurogamer.net. Just a quick bit of snippets. When asked about the issues of sales, on which the team said it had, quote, no regrets. They went on to say, I think it's a great ride. It's emotional, has a lot of qualities. Is the game perfect? Like any game, no, I don't think it's perfect. It can always be better. But is it a great ride? And is it something this year or the last year that you played that is unlike everything else? And is it probably worth spending your time on? I honestly think it is from game standpoint. He continued, I have no regrets. We did everything we could, but that's the reality of the market. And let's not forget it's a new IP. Even though we all say Guardians of the Galaxy are known, it's still a new IP in the video game market. Could be a lot of people don't even know that the game is out yet, or that they're not exactly sure what it is. Your Gamer writes, but thanks to the word of mouth and its rival on Xbox Game Pass, the senior creative director says that it is doing well. It's like anything. We always want to sell trillions, but it's not always necessarily as easy as that. For me, it's all about creating the game. What I love right now is the people, especially with Game Pass, are playing it, and they're sharing the experience. We make games to touch people. We make games to hit an audience. And it's great that it's finding its audience, and it's great that it keeps going forward. Seems like it's doing well with the advent of Game Pass, which is a good thing. Speaking of the BAFTAs, the 2022 British Academy Film Awards, aka BAFTAs, Game Awards occurred yesterday. We watched them live on the channel. I'm not going to go through every single winner. Taking home Game of the Year, at least EE Game of the Year, was Unpacking, which was voted by the public. I would also say that that was probably the biggest surprise of the night, with Unpacking winning a bunch of awards, 2 in total. What was the other big one that they won? They won, Best Narrative. That was the shocker. Yeah, Unpacking took home Best Narrative as well from the BAFTAs. Some interesting stuff coming out of that. Best Game, Returnal, Housemarque, or I think Housemarque. I forgot how to pronounce that now because someone told me I've been saying it wrong for years. And this is why you don't say that, because now you've created hesitation and nervousness for me. I think it's Housemarque. They won Best Game. They won, I think they won Best Acting. Performer in a leading role, Jane Perry as Celine Vassos. Yeah. It won a lot of stuff. The BAFTAs were kind of cool. It was an interesting production, I would say. It was about hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes. You can watch it in full. On our channel, I believe the VODs are still up, or you can just go watch the broadcast over on /Twitch Gaming. Second to last little bit of news. This regards the arcade port of Pac-Land, which has apparently replaced Miss Pacman with a new character, likely due to an ongoing dispute over royalty rights. This was spotted on Twitter. When players return to Pac-Man's home in the game, they are no longer greeted by Miss Pac-Man, but instead by a new character who wears a pink hat. According to Ryan Silberman, who contributed to the book Pac-Man: The Birth of an Icon, the new character appears in the upcoming Pac-Man Museum Plus and seems to be called Pac-Mom. The new sprite appears to be the latest attempt from Bandai Namco to keep Miss Pac-Man out of its games, at least until it resolves an ongoing dispute over the rights to the character's royalties. Odd story. Really odd story. There's more information over at videogameschronicle.com in case you want a little bit more of the history of Miss Pac-Man and regarding the fact that it wasn't a Namco creation. In our last bit of news, we enter the rumor mill. Jeff Grubb said on his show Grub Snacks that EA is planning to release the latest title in its long-running racing franchise this holiday. Need for Speed is still coming this year, he says. That's true, that game should be coming in November. If you're a Need for Speed fan who has bought a next-gen console, here's some news. It's next-gen only. They are shifting to next-gen only. You find more information on that over at videogameschronicle.com. That might be something that comes up at whatever E3 is going to be called. Summer Game Fest, I guess, this summer. That's going to do it for the news. Short and sweet today. As we head into the weekend, we will be back Monday to cover anything that happens at the start of the week. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great weekend yourself. And join us for D&D tomorrow. If you're not already aware, we're going to be playing some 5th edition here on the channel. And we've been playing Anno 1800. That's kind of where the direction is. Not that much out in April, so we're revisiting the classics, as you say. We're out for now. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.